Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make some easy boho crochet coasters. The free written pattern can be found on my website at julesandjones.com, and you can find a link for that in the description box below. Let's get started. You will need one ball of a worsted weight cotton yarn. I'm using WeCrochet Dishie yarn in the color linen. You're going to need about 21 yards for one coaster. You're also going to need a 4.0 millimeter crochet hook, one stitch marker, and a pair of scissors. All right, let's get started with our pattern. So before we begin, I just quickly want to note that this pattern's ending can be done two different ways. So as you can see here, you have a perfect little circle right here using the spiral technique. And for this one, you have the spiral technique, but it ends right at the end of row 4. So you get this really cool shell-like effect. So in the tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to do this. And I will also note, because the pattern is worked up the same way until you get to row 4. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with our tutorial. All right, our first step in making this coaster is to make a slip knot. So go ahead and grab the tail end of your yarn and you're going to wrap it around your finger once and you're going to pull it off your finger and you're going to take that back piece of yarn and put it underneath the circle. Then take your crochet hook and go in, under, and out and then pull for a slip knot. Then pull tight one more time. All right, so for this pattern, we start off with a chain 3. So 1, 2, and 3. Now we need to make 11 double crochets in the third chain from the hook. This chain 3 already counts as a double crochet, so you should finish off with 12. Okay, so for double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook into the third chain. All right, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. All right, and so now we need to make 10 more double crochets. So yarn over, insert your hook into that same chain 3, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. Now continue to do that until you have 12 total. All right, once you have 12 double crochets, you should have something that looks like this. Now you want to take your tail end and you're just going to pull it tight so it closes. So you should have something like this after pulling it tight. All right, so now we're going to start round 2. Okay, and because we're doing the spiral technique, you do not need to slip stitch after finishing the first round or for any of the other rounds. All right, so our first step is to make 1 double crochet in the first stitch of the previous round. So see that chain 3 space that we made right here? You're going to work your double crochet into the second chain. You can also do your third chain, whatever you prefer. All right, so go ahead and yarn over your hook, insert your hook into that second chain, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. So you should have something that looks like this. You can go ahead and pull your circle tight one more time. All right, and now go ahead and take your crochet hook out. You're going to grab your stitch marker, go ahead and open it up, and you're going to place that into the stitch that we just made. Okay, so that would be right here for me. All right, and this is just so we know where the round started at and ended at. Okay, and so now what we're going to do is we're going to make another double crochet in that same chain. Okay, so yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, and yarn over, pull the next 2 loops. All right, and so now what you're going to do is you are going to make 2 double crochets in every stitch all the way around until you reach the end of your stitch marker. Okay. So you would just yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, and make a double crochet. Then yarn over again, insert your hook into that same stitch, and make another double crochet. Okay, and you should have something that looks like this. You can go ahead and slowly start to see your spiral form. All right, so go ahead and continue to work those 2 double crochets in each stitch until you reach this stitch right here, the one right before your stitch marker. All right, I have just finished my round 2 and you should have something like this. Okay, and so now we're going to start round 3. So for round 3, we need to place 1 double crochet in the following stitch. So go ahead and remove your stitch marker because that's where we need to place it. Okay, then grab your stitch marker again and go ahead and stick it in that stitch that we just made. Okay, and so now we're going to make 2 double crochets in the next stitch. Okay, so go ahead and yarn over, insert your hook in the following stitch and make 2 double crochets. All right, and then you're going to make 1 double crochet in the following one. And that is your pattern repeat for row 3. So you're going to make 2 double crochets in the next stitch. And then 1 double crochet in the following stitch. And just continue to repeat that method all the way around your round until you get to the last stitch before the stitch marker. Okay, so you'll finish it right here. All right, I'm going to continue to do that and then I will meet you right there. All right, so I just finished round 3 and so now we're going to start round 4. Now, round 4 is where you need to decide whether you want to do the shell-like effect or whether you just want to make a basic crochet circle. Okay, but round 4 starts off the same way. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that we need to do is we need to remove our stitch marker again. All right, and we're going to make our following stitch for round 4. So for round 4, you want to make 1 double crochet in that first stitch. Okay, so go ahead and make your double crochet. All right, and so then we want to go ahead and take our stitch marker again and place it into that stitch. Okay, go ahead and take your crochet hook, insert it into that loop. And now what we're going to do is we are going to make another double crochet in the following stitch. Okay, and then for the next stitch, that's where you want to put 2 double crochets. All right, so you should have 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then 2 double crochets within a stitch. Okay, so here you go. 1, 1, and 2. And that's our pattern repeat for round 4. All right, so let's do that again. 1 double crochet in the next stitch, 1 double crochet in the following stitch, and then 2 double crochets. So you just want to follow that little repeat all the way around your coaster until you reach your stitch marker. All right, so I'm going to continue to do that and then I will meet you right over here. All right, so I just finished round 4 and you should have something that looks like this. And so now this is the part in the pattern where you need to decide whether you want to finish it off now, just using a shell-like effect for your coaster, or you want to continue on and add a few extra stitches to make a perfect circle using the spiral technique. Okay, so if you choose to do the shell-like effect, you're going to end up with something that looks like this. And so you can go ahead and move on to the fringe part of the video. All right, so if you want to continue on and make that perfect circle using the spiral technique, then just keep on watching. All right, okay, so let's go ahead and move on with this. Okay, so for the next part, go ahead and remove your stitch marker. Okay, and our first step on how to get that perfect circle is we need to make a half double crochet in the next 2 stitches because we're going to be working our way down in stitches to get that neat circle look. Okay, so wrap your yarn over your hook, insert it into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Okay, and then go ahead and make another half double crochet in the following stitch. All right, and once we've done that, then we want to go ahead and make 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. So yarn over, insert your hook, and make 2 half double crochets. All right, and then we're going to make a half double crochet in the next 2 stitches again. So here's my first half double crochet, here's my second half double crochet, And now we're going to work 2 single crochets in the next stitch. So insert your hook into the next stitch and make a single crochet. So here's my first one. And you just want to insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over, pull through again. Okay, and then once you've made your single crochets, then we're going to make a single crochet in the next 2 stitches. All right, and then finally we finish off with a slip stitch. And there you go. Now you've formed a spiral circle. So at this point, you just want to grab your scissor, cut your yarn, give yourself a nice little tail end. Okay, and we're going to yarn over, pull through, just to finish it off, and then pull through one more time, and there you go. Now you have a spiral circle and you're ready for your fringe part. All right, so we're ready to add our fringe to our coaster. Now you're going to add fringe into every stitch all the way around. So I'm using my shell-like coaster here as an example. Okay, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and cut a 2-inch piece of yarn and you're going to fold it in half. All right, once you've done that, you want to grab your crochet hook and you're going to take do you see that stitch right here? That's where you're going to insert it. So you can insert it in both loops if you'd like, but for this pattern, you're going to insert it into the back loop. Okay, so once you've inserted your hook into the back loop, go ahead and take your crochet hook, insert it into that loop, and then carefully pull it through. Remove your crochet hook, take your 2 fingers in that loop, and then pull it through again. All right, and then tighten it carefully, and there you go. Now you've added fringe. All right, and so you want to just continue that all the way around. All right, so once you've added fringe all the way around your coaster, it's time to untwist these so that way you can comb it out and you can cut it really nicely to form a circle. All right, now there's a couple different ways to do this. You can either just take the strands carefully and untwist them like that. This part is a little bit tedious, not gonna lie, but you get a really cute coaster at the end. So you can either do that, okay, or you can take a little small comb like this and you can get right up on the edge, at the top edge, and then insert your comb and then carefully brush it out. That usually does the trick too. You might have to go over it a few times. This is definitely not the fastest part of this tutorial, but there we go. It's starting to come out. And you can see how my strands are starting to untwist. Okay, and you just want to do that for every single one of your pieces of yarn to create the fringe-like effect. And see, the more and more you do it, the more and more it comes out. Okay? All right, so just continue to do that for every single piece. All right, once you have added your fringe and you've combed out every single piece, you should have something that looks like this. And I went ahead and trimmed mine all the way around, okay? And so this is the shell one, and then this is the circle one. Okay, and there you go. That's how you make a really easy crochet coaster. All right, everyone, I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to make a boho coaster. I hope it was helpful. Don't forget, you can find all the patterns, notes, and directions at that link in the description box. There, when you click the link, you'll find the free pattern and the photos that go with this tutorial. If you would like a PDF version, I have that available as well, and that can be found in the description box too. All right, everyone, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.